So it's the middle of the night. It's right now. It's 1:38 in the morning, in between Friday and Saturday morning, and I just got done making the computer predictions and comparing them to the Vegas line, and I'm all ready for Saturday. But something kind of weird um, has shown up that it's kind of strange. I just want to talk about it a little bit. What I'm seeing, it's so unusual. Anytime you see the shaded green, we are on the other side of the line from Vegas. Okay, so for example, here, so the computer says that Florida International is going to beat Eastern Michigan. Okay, that's the computer prediction by 13 points, which, that's significant. But when I put the lines down, Eastern Michigan is favored by a point and a half over Florida International. Well, that's weird. I'm on the other side, pretty big. Here's So here's uh, Ohio State, good team, but Wisconsin's a great team. But they're at Ohio State. Computer says Wisconsin wins by 5. But the Vegas line is Ohio State laying 3.5. And it's because they're at home. It's the only other reason I can imagine. Here's a decent team and here's an awful team. And the awful team at home is laying 3.5 to the good team. I use good here. Southeast Missouri State's has some nice wins. Their rating's a little high, but Purdue Fort Wayne has proven nothing. And but they're simply at home. Now the computer says it's a 4-point win for Southeast Missouri State, and Vegas says no, it's a 3.5-point win for Purdue Fort Wayne. Well, I haven't seen Vegas take PFW in anything. But every one of these green shaded games, so here computer says Temple 71-66 over St. Joe's. And, I mean, the numbers say it. But Temple's on the road to St. Joe's. So Vegas is giving them the edge and giving points to Temple. So I'm calling these money line opportunities right here. But we're going to find out whether or not Vegas is right in that the home court advantage is not just small, but it seems to be everything. Or is this them playing kind of an emotional trick on us? Like, you know, um, the betting public likes to play the favorite at home, that type of thing. So they kind of feed you, they kind of lead you right into it, and then they don't give you enough points or something. But but that's the thing I found, and I still don't have a line on a couple of these games. But so now we did the science experiment, and you can see it's pervasive. It's all through this thing. Um, Mercer should not be laying points to Georgia Southern. It's a 7-point victory for Georgia Southern, but since they're at Mercer, it's 4.5. Uh, same with LaSalle. Should not be laying points to Penn. Penn's a good team. LaSalle's not been. They've not proven anything. Computer says 3-point game, but LaSalle's laying 2.5 to Penn because it's at LaSalle. That's only here. Austin P. Austin P's a good team. North Florida. All right, listen. I'm going to do this. I don't like to do this, but I'm going to go. We're going to go look at North Florida. Yeah, I won't show it to you because it's going to jam up my screen. But I'll read it to you. North Florida is, folks. North Florida is 0-9. Okay, they've won no games. They have scored 514 points and allowed 719. Okay, this is not a good team, but they're giving points away to Austin P. Let's go take a look at Austin P in the Ohio Valley. So they're 2-3 with wins over Dayton, which is fantastic because Dayton's a good team, and Howard, and they lost to TCU, Southern Illinois, and Purdue Fort Wayne early in the season. So there's no way that there's no way Austin P should be getting points from North Florida. That is, but they're at North Florida. right? So that's Vegas sees it. So, and it's like I say, it's pervasive. Tulsa's not a good team. Southern Illinois is a good team, but Tulsa's giving points then because we're at Tulsa. Home teams and caps. So I wanted to show the games. I'm not going to go through them, but I like to get the picks out on the recordings ahead of the tip, so it can be verified that I didn't go back and change anything. And so it's all on tape here. I'm just sort of slowly scrolling, and just so we can see them all here. And then I got something else interesting I want to show you. By the way, UC Irvine. I have a number 28 in the nation, UC Irvine. And I was wondering to myself, why? Well, a couple things. I'm pulling it up, right? Okay, they've only got 4 finals. And that's just not enough data. But their finals where they beat Boise State by 8, not a bad team, beat Pepperdine by 82-48. They beat Pepperdine. And Pepperdine's not great, but they're not that bad. And then beat Santa Clara, who I think is strong, very strong team. So that's why UC Irvine has been rated so high, but they've only got 4 finals. They haven't played a game since November 27th. So here we are, middle of December. They've had 2 weeks off. But I thought that play was interesting because Fresno is a terrific team, and this game is at Fresno, and the computer's given the edge to Irvine. But of course, since they're at Fresno, Vegas is going to give the points. But down below here's my science project, which I wanted to bring your attention to. And what is my science project? Well, I'm trying to pick up what Vegas is trying to tell me, and that home court is everything. And I just can't believe home court's everything. So what I've done is I've given every home team 3 additional points. Okay. And I have noted, like here, where it flipped my pick, and it flipped a lot of picks. So I'm going to get some good data out of this. Here's another one. This used to be a money line play. It's no longer a money line. It's just a straight up bet now. Same, we still have Penn, but it's just a straight up bet. But all in here are flipped picks. It flipped a whole bunch, which is what I was hoping for, because we're going to have. Look at this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 flipped picks, and just by 3 points. There's another one, and but still there's even more. It's pretty amazing what just 3 points did, and the only reason we're doing it is just to give up a home court advantage. So we're going to have some really definitive numbers by tomorrow night when everything's done playing. So this is a traditional way that the computer does a prediction, and this is how we will score. We're not, the other thing's a project. We use the numbers from this to see how the computer's doing. Science project, if they start to exceed these numbers, now we've done it for 2 nights. First night it swung 2 games in our direction, and last night it swung a game away from us when we did the 3-point adder. So we learned nothing over those last 2 nights, but here we have 90 plus games on Saturday, and we're going to get a decisive way because there's so many flip picks here. It will be decisive one way or another, and that's going to tell us a lot. And if it proves that arbitrarily giving 3 points to the home team is more effective than the straight up traditional way I've been doing it, then you better believe I'm switching. Because I want to take as much advantage as possible. And I know that there is a home court advantage. And I kind of thought that the overall rating of the team sort of took that into account. But I'm seeing here that it is everything to Vegas. The number 358 rated team in NCAA basketball is Maine. And I've got to wonder if, let's say Purdue traveled to Maine, if Vegas wouldn't think about, making Maine the favorite and giving points to Purdue. I mean, that's just, it's ridiculous. It's everything. So is that some kind of secret we just unlocked? I don't know. It's been no secret. that home court advantage is significant in college basketball, but these lines reflect it is really, like I said, it's more than an advantage. It's everything according to Vegas. Anyway, so I wanted to get these picks out, and I wanted to show you what I stumbled into. Look at these. There are four consecutive money line plays. I'm on the other side of the line than Vegas. Now, it's either going to be a great night for the traditional style, or it's going to be a terrible night. We're going to find out. And who knows? I mean, this thing was cooking at 77%, and we were hitting money lines. We hit 5 last Saturday and 5 again on Sunday. I wasn't even counting them up here because I didn't know they were going to do so well at money line plays. And I think we're up to 14 total now. Yeah, 14 total. But this is where the computers start tapering off. 77%, 62%, 67%, and then 36% is the next day. 51 and back into the 30s. And we got back up. These are all kind of late nights, but we got back up a little bit, but we got to be better than 50%. We want to go home with money in our pocket. We don't want to leave money at the casino. Now, these money lines have been saving us because when you go 36% and you hit money line, it's about a wash because money line pays you better than a straight up bet does. But we're still, since we did so well in the beginning, we're still above 50%. So if you would have played every one of these picks at the casino, you would be plus money, despite even these horrible nights. 200 wins, 169 losses for 54.2% winning percentage. And oh, by the way, 14 money line plays. Not why we're here, not why we're doing this. As we record more of these finals, the computer is going to gain data and get more accurate. And that's what I've seen. I've been doing this for many years, and that's just how it is. It's just you're building the wall right now. And once they get that wall so high, it's just a wall of data, and it's hard to overcome data. I mean, the numbers just get to be so strong, but we're not quite there yet. We're still building. But these are the plays, folks, for Saturday, and I'm kind of excited to see how things play out. Do I need to make a change, or is this going to win out? We'll see. We'll see. I have my thoughts on which way it's going to go, but I'm going to save it till tomorrow. Anyways, I thought you'd be interested in